Good morning, all. It's Anita Dwyer, and this morning we are going to have about a 35 to 40 minute basic class. It's an all levels flow. Take what you need, modify it if you need, increase the power of it if you need, which means more chaturanga, maybe more push-ups, things of that nature. It's a shorter class simply because I've been asked by some moms in particular who maybe don't have as much time as others for a shorter class, a typical yoga class. It's hard to cover everything in an hour, but I will do my best to condense that into about 35 to 40 minutes. The Shavasana at the end, I will just guide you into it and then end the video and allow you to be present in that as long as you have. So with that being said, we are going to start on our sit bones. So just go ahead and get rooted into your sit bones. My Spotify playlist is under me. It's under Anita Dwyer, and the playlist I have chosen for today is Transition. We've all transitioned to this new way of life, and I really like the music. It's a soft tempo, mellow type of music. So go ahead and just settle into the breath. In my class, I just always have my students inhale through the nose. So go ahead and inhale through the nose. Open the mouth, sigh it out. Inhale again. You might even find it nice to close the eyes. One more time, inhale. And exhale. And start to make some small movements here, moving the shoulders around, moving them up towards the ears and rolling them back. Start to sit up nice and tall, so pull the navel to the spine. Think about length from the crown of the head to the tailbone. And then bring your hands by your side. Inhale, look up, take the arms up. Notice where your shoulders are. Roll the shoulders back. Exhale, bring the hands down. Inhale, lift the hands up. Take your gaze towards the ceiling. Exhale, bring the hands down. One more time, big inhale. This time we're going to find a twist to bring that left hand to the outside of the right knee. Sit up nice and tall. Gaze over that right shoulder. We're going to move through some twists this morning. Twisting is just a good way to kind of, like a sponge, just kind of sponge out everything yucky that might be going on inside of us. Inhale, reach the arms overhead. Exhale, right hand to the outside of the left knee. Sit up nice and tall. Root through the sit bones. Breathe. Looking over that left shoulder. And then inhale, reach the arms overhead like you were holding a big beach ball. Exhale, come forward with the hands. Bring the chin towards the chest. As you press away with the fingers, press back with the hips. Finding a nice big stretch here, down the spine. One more breath. Inhale, reach the arms overhead. Exhale, the hands down by your side. We're going to start to shift back onto our glutes. Bring the hands underneath the knees, right? Touching the hamstrings. Go ahead and bring the knees up, the feet off the floor. On our next breath, we're coming into bridge pose. So feel free to stay here, but sit up nice and tall. You might start to extend the legs out in front. If you do that, make sure you keep length of the spine. You can keep the knees bent. You might be able to straighten the legs. If you start to cave down, go ahead and rebend the knees. Pull the navel to the spine. One more breath. Exhale, crisscross applesauce. Bring the hands to the knees. Pull the navel to the spine. Find that nice cat back. And then rebend the knees, coming into that bridge pose again. Again, take what you need and leave the rest. If this is where you're hanging out today, then that's plenty. Maybe you can straighten out the legs. As long as you can keep the spine lifted, the spine long, this is okay. Maybe you find a little movement here if you like. Make sure you're breathing. Make sure you're smiling. One more breath. And then replant the feet back in your easy pose. This time hands to knees. Exhale, fold forward, arch the back. Bring the chin to the chest and then roll all the way up. Resettle here. Getting in touch with your breath. That beautiful Ujjayi breath, equal inhale and equal exhale. And then we're going to make our way into a table pose. So in your table pose, hands come underneath the shoulders, pull the belly in. The back is nice and flat. Press into the index fingers. We're going to lift that left leg high, flexing the left foot here. So keep the hip pointed down towards the mat. If you like, maybe lift the right fingertips out in front. Roll the right shoulders back, right shoulder back. Find length here. Your drishti, your focal point is down on your mat. Stay here if this is enough for you, or maybe you exhale, pull the knee towards the elbow, and then re-lengthen here. 4 more times. Inhale. And exhale, send it back. 3 more times. Inhale, round the back. Exhale. 2 more times. Inhale. And exhale. 1 more time. Inhale. And exhale. Set the left foot down. Set the right hand down. And then just wiggle the hips side to side. Resetting the spine here. And then we're going to bring that right leg up, flexing the right foot. Turn the right hip down towards the mat. Stay here if you want a little more. Bring the left fingertips out in front. Pull the belly in. Again, staying here, testing your balance, or maybe pulling the knee towards the elbow. Exhaling, extend. 4 more times. Inhale. And exhale. Inhale. And exhale. You have 2 more, team. Inhale. And exhale. 1 more time. And exhale. Replant the hand. Wiggle the hips side to side. And then from here, you're going to tap the big toes together. Knees come to opposite sides of the mat. Start to send the hips towards the back of the feet. Reach the fingertips out in front. Finding your child's pose. So bring the forehead down to the mat. Return to your breath. Remembering your intention to take what you need. Leave the rest. This is your class. What you need this morning may not be the same as what another needs, and that's okay. That's the beauty of yoga. And then shift forward back into your table. Move into your heart circles here. So start to just drop the hips towards the same wrist, moving through the center. Just finding some movement here. It might feel good to hang out on one side. And then after you've completed a few rounds, go ahead and reverse direction of your circles. And then return to that neutral spine, preparing for our first downward facing dog. So coming up on your toes, exhale, start to send the hips up towards the ceiling. Start to walk your dog, so moving from the toes to the heels, hollowing out the armpits here. Noticing how good it feels to move from the toes to the heels. Hips are lifted, belly is engaged. And then from here, lift that right leg high. Step that right foot in between the hands and lower the left knee down. Low lunge, kneeling lunge. Inhale, start to reach up, bringing the arms over your head. Exhale, bring the hands down. Bring that left hand inside that right foot. Send the right fingertips up towards the ceiling. Engage the core here, so don't allow the belly to sit on top of the leg. Pull the belly button in. And then bring both hands up above the heads. Again, listen carefully. We're going to twist off to the right. So coming into that T here, twisting towards that knee. One more breath. Exhale, framing that right foot. Send that right foot back to meet the left. Finding stillness in your downward facing dog. Holding your downward dog, walking your dog. Left leg rises. Step the left foot in between the hands. Lower that right knee. Walk yourself up. Inhale, reach the arms overhead. Coming into that knee down lunge. And then exhale, bring that right hand inside that left foot as you send the left fingertips high. One more breath. Inhale, bring that left hand back to meet the right. Listen carefully, we're twisting off towards that left knee this time. So arms come to a T, shoulder height, twisting towards that left knee. Steady the breath here. And then frame that left foot. Step the left foot back to meet the right. Downward facing dog, coming into our first vinyasa. This is a basic class, so we will not do a lot of vinyasas. Shift forward into your plank. You can drop the knees if you need to, always an option. Pull the elbows into the rib cage, lower all the way down to the mat. Press the feet firmly into the mat. Bring the hands underneath the shoulder blades. Press into the pubic bone. Press into the quads. Inhale, start to lift up, baby cobra. The spine is long. The focal point is down, gazing at your mat. Shoulders rolled away from your ears. Exhale, come all the way down to the mat. Make a little pillow with your hands. Bend the knees, take the knees side to side, resetting the spine. Coming into a little twisting kind of cobra motion. So bringing the hands underneath the shoulders, lift the upper body off the mat. Listen carefully, we're going to exhale, dip the right shoulder down to the mat. Inhale, lift up. Exhale, drop the left shoulder down to the mat, gazing over the right shoulder. Inhale, use your breath here. Exhale, drop it down. Inhale, finally. Exhale, drop it down. 2 more times. Inhale and drop. Last time. Press it back, child's pose. Wide leg or closed knee, child's pose. This time reaching the hands back around, grabbing for the backs of the feet, coming into tortoise pose. Notice if the shoulders are trying to creep towards the ears. Try and reach a little further down the foot. And then make your way into downward facing dog. Adding on to our flow here. Right leg rises. Step the right foot in between the hands. You have options here. You can drop that knee or you can start to come up, lifting the arms over the head. So high lunge here. Drop the shoulders, keep dropping the hips down. Exhale, bring that left hand inside that right foot. Lift the right fingertips high. Always the option to drop the knee. Inhale, use the core, making your way up, finding that twist, twisting off towards your right knee. Keep lunging into that right knee stacks over the right ankle. Exhale, frame that right foot. Send that right leg high. Exhale, bring the right foot down. Left leg rises. Step the left foot in between the hands. Again, always the option to drop the right knee. Inhale, start to bring yourself all the way up, bringing the arms all the way over the head. Keep dropping the hips down. Exhale, bring that right hand inside that left foot. Send the left fingertips high. Left shoulder stacked over the right shoulder. And then walk yourself up, finding that twist. Arms come out to a T, twisting towards that left knee. Exhale, frame that left foot. Send the left foot back to meet the right. Yogi's choice. Shift forward into your plank. Drop the knees if you need to for knee down chaturanga. Finding your cobra, or maybe you're ready for upward facing dog. Exhale, downward facing dog. Drop the knees. Come back to your table. Walk the hands back underneath the shoulders. Lift the left fingertips high. We're coming in to thread the needle here. And then send the left arm underneath the right, coming onto the outside of that left shoulder. Reach the right fingertips out in front. If you want a little more, you can take that right hand, reaching for the left hip, opening up that right shoulder. And then if you're in that bind, go ahead and release the right hand. Press into the right hand, lift the left fingertips high, dropping the left hand down to meet the right. Inhale, reach the right fingertips high, dropping the right arm underneath the left, coming onto the outside of that right shoulder. Reach the left fingertips out in front, or maybe you reach behind, reaching for that right inner hip. Use your breath here. And then release the left hand, press into the left hand, reach the right fingertips up, place the right hand down to meet the left, coming into those heart circles again here. So right hip comes to right wrist, left hip to left wrist. Do 3 or 4 movements here and then reverse direction. Good job, guys. Take a sip of water, take whatever you need. And then after your heart circles, we're going to move into downward facing dog. Send the hips high. Bend the knees, bring the belly to the tops of the legs. Find length here from the top of the head to the tailbone. Exhale, start to lengthen out the legs. It's okay if the heels don't meet the mat. One more breath. And then from here, we're going to walk, step, or jump, moving our way to the top of the mat. Inhale, finding your half lift. Maybe your hands come to your shins. Maybe you have the flexibility to bring the fingertips down to the mat. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, half lift. Exhale, forward fold. From here, you're going to bend that left knee. Place that right hand down in front of you. on the mat, lifting the left fingertips up towards the ceiling. Try and keep the hips square down towards the mats. One more breath. Bring the left hand down to the mat, bending the right knee this time. Start to peel the right fingertips off the mat. Again, find a deep bend in the right knee, lifting the right fingertips up. One more breath. Exhale, bring the right hand down to the mat, coming into chair pose. So the feet can come together, the feet can be a little wider. Inhale, start to drop the hips. Knees stacked over the ankles here. Send the hips back, pull the belly in. Spine is nice and long, chest is lifted. Arms can come out in front. Arms can come over the head. On the next breath, bring the palms together. Bring that right elbow outside of that left knee. Finding your twist. Staying here or flying the arms. Take the belly away from the tops of the legs. Inhale, come through the center, palms come together. Prayer hands taking that left elbow outside of that right knee. Palms stay together. Maybe fly the arms. One more breath. Inhale, come through the center. Exhale, straighten the legs. Start to come forward into your forward fold. Inhale, finding your half lift. Exhale, forward fold. Coming into a deep forward fold here. Option one, you can simply grab behind the shins, reaching for the calves, bringing the nose towards the knees. Keep as much bend in the knees as you need. Option two, maybe you can reach for the big toes, pink index finger and middle finger, reaching for the big toes. Inhale, soft bend in the knees. Try to straighten out the legs. Exhale, take the elbows out. Start to pull yourself in towards your body. You might find it good here to inhale, look up. Exhale, down. Inhale, look up. Exhale, down. Inhale, slowly start to roll yourself up, coming all the way up to standing. Inhale, reaching the arms over your head. Exhale, swan dive forward. Inhale, half lift. Exhale, forward fold. Walk your hands out to the front of the mat, stepping the feet back, downward facing dog. Preparing for one more little push here. Right leg rises, step the right foot in between the hands. Inhale, walk yourself up, coming into your high lunge. Relax the shoulders. Exhale, opening up to warrior two. So your warrior two, the right knee stacked over the right ankle, left foot parallel to the back of the mat. Shift the hips back here. We're not in triangle pose. Rather, our shoulders, hips are in line here. Everything's engaged. Inner thighs engaged. Fingers engaged. Inhale, start to straighten that front leg. Reach the fingers towards the front of the mat. Exhale, bringing that right hand inside that right knee. Left fingertips rise, coming into triangle pose. Your right fingertips may be able to reach the floor. You might use a block, but try and stack the left shoulder over the right, opening up that left shoulder. Take your gaze up, take your gaze down. Coming into revolve triangle. So we're going to inhale, turn the body square over the right leg. You might want to come onto the left toes, bringing that left hand inside that right foot. Start to reach the right fingertips high. Revolve triangle. One more breath. And then windmill, send the arms back to warrior two. Frame that right foot, send the right foot back to meet the left. Shift forward into your plank. Take your vinyasa, knees down, come through whatever version works for you. Meeting in downward facing dog. From here, your left leg's gonna rise. Step the left foot in between the hands. Inhale, send the hands all the way over your head. Drop low in the hips here for high lunge. I'm just gonna turn so that you can see me on this side. We're gonna drop that right foot towards the back of the mat. Left knee stacked over the left ankle. Coming into warrior two on the side. Straighten that front leg. Left fingertips are going to reach. And then bring the left fingertips inside that left knee. You might be able to bring your left fingertips towards the floor. Maybe to a block. Stacking that right shoulder over the left. Coming into revolve triangle here. Square yourself up towards the left knee. This might feel a little creaky on some people's knees. So if you need to move that foot and come onto your toes, feel free to do so. Keeping that left leg as straight as you can, bringing that right hand inside the left foot, sending the left fingertips high, revolve triangle. Pick the belly up off the leg. And then inhale, come back to warrior two. From here, we're gonna bring the feet parallel to one another, coming into this wide leg forward fold. Hands come to the hips. Exhale, start to come forward. Bringing the hands down to the mat if that's available to you. Left fingertips come under the gaze. Keeping the hips square to the mat. Start to lift, open up the right shoulder, send the right fingertips high. It's crucial to use your breath during these challenging twists. One more breath. Exhale, send the right hand down. Right hand comes underneath your gaze, sending the left fingertips high. Again, that left hip's going to want to creep up with that left hand, but try and square the hips off towards the mat. And then bring the left hand down to the mat. Inhale, excuse me, look up. Exhale, fold. From here, bring yourself back towards the top of your mat. Step back, downward facing dog. Inhale, right leg rises. Stack the hip here. So take the right foot towards the left glutes. Coming into fallen triangle. Re-lengthen out the right leg. Start to bring the right knee in towards the body. And then shoot that right foot to the outside of your mat, shifting into your right hand, lifting the left fingertips high. Fallen triangle here. One more breath. Carefully replant the left hand. Send the right leg high. And then bring the right foot down to meet the left. Left leg rises. Stack the left foot towards the right glute. And then bring the left knee towards the nose as you shoot that left foot to the outside of your mat, coming onto the inside of your right foot, fallen triangle, reaching the right fingertips high. Try not to let the hips sway down towards the mat, rather find lift in the obliques and the hips. Exhale, bring the hands down to meet. Send that left leg high. Your last vinyasa here. Maybe you skip it all together. Downward facing dog. From here, we're going to drop the knees. Come back to sit on our mats. Take a sip of water. Take whatever you need here. And then we're going to shoot the legs out. Go ahead and tent the fingers, send the hips up, and then replant the sit bones, trying to come onto the fleshy part of your sit bones here. The feet are flexed. Inhale, reach the arms overhead. Exhale, come forward as soon as you feel that sensation. Start to walk your hands out in front. Feeling this in your hamstrings. Don't overstretch. And then we're going to walk both hands towards that right foot. You want that left hand to try and grab the outside of that right foot. It's okay if it can't, if you need to bring the hands up a little higher. And then you're just going to twist your body over that right knee. Finding a deeper stretch here for the hamstrings. And then release. Walk the hands through the center. This time taking the right hand to grab the outside of the left ankle. Again, if you can't reach the ankle, just bring the hand to the outside of the left leg. The left hand just going to kind of pull back on the foot as you turn your body over that left leg. And then release. Bring the feet in together here. We're going to find a little twist. So extend the left leg out, flex the left foot. Take the right foot and send it over the left leg. Sit up nice and tall through the spine. Inhale, reach the arms overhead. Left elbow to the outside of the right knee. Right fingertips come behind you. Lift up and gaze over that right shoulder. And then a little counter stretch. Come through the center. Bring both hands to the left side. Bow down towards the left. And then you're going to switch sides. So right leg comes out straight. Left leg comes over the right. Make sure you're sitting on both sit bones here. Inhale, reach the arms overhead. Right elbow to the outside of the left knee. Left fingertips hit the mat. Sit up nice and tall. And then counter stretch. Bring both hands to the right side, bowing down towards the right. And then release that twist. Pull the knees into the chest, making our way onto our backs. When you get here, rocking side to side. Make a T with the arms so the arms come out to shoulder height. We're coming into a reclined twist. If you don't like the version that I offer, please take any version that you like. So from here, we're going to stack the left leg over the right. And then we're going to take both knees over to the right side. Your shoulders are going to try and creep up here, but go ahead and keep them planted. You should feel this in your left hip. Again, if there's any other version of a twist that you like, please feel free to take. In a twist, it might be good to close the eyes. Use your breath to send to the areas that are tight, stiff. And then bring the knees back to the center. Take the left off of the right. Go ahead and windshield wiper the legs side to side, resetting the spine. And then take the right leg, take it over the left. This time you're going to take that twist over to the left as you take your gaze over the right. Again, your shoulders are going to want to creep up off the mat, but try and keep them rooted. Send the breath to the stiff areas. Send your breath to the tight spots. One more breath. And then come back to the center. Take whatever posture your body might be craving here. A lot of people like to end with happy baby, so you might reach for the big toes. Keep the lower back connected to the mat. Knees are out to the side. Some people might like to straighten one leg or maybe just hold stillness. If you'd rather do shoulder stand, half shoulder stand, any other postures that your body might be needing in this moment, please feel free to do so. And then as you're ready, go ahead and make your way into your Shavasana, allowing your feet to flop open towards opposite sides of the mat, bringing the arms down by your side. Release control of structured breathing. Tune in to just the moment of relaxation that you've earned for your hard work this morning. Enjoy your Shavasana. Enjoy the rest of your day. Stay here as long as you like. Remember that what you have is enough. What you give is enough. And who you are is enough. I honor you. Thank you for being here. Enjoy your Shavasana, and I'll see you next time. Namaste.